Mr. Matlala, I kicked off with saying that I want to just revisit your allegations yesterday that you paid or made two payments to former Minister Cele, and you dealt with that in your statement at page 23 and 24 and 25, or the cash payments rather is made at page 26 and 27. So can you just go to page 26 and 27? That's where you deal with the payments. You see that?
Yes, I see it.
An initial payment was made at your residence around January. Do you have a more or less exact date in January that you made this payment?
No, I don't have.
And you said you handed the money to him while you were in your apartment.
Yes.
Were the two of you alone?
No, I said we were with Mr. Mpongose.
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
I said we were with Bongani Mpongose.
So Bongani Mpongosi would have witnessed you making the payment?
Yeah, but unfortunately he passed on.
So he's passed on. So you don't have a live witness?
No, I don't
So
have.
how was this? How did you get this money? Did you go and draw it at the bank or at an ATM? And you would have a bank account. Can you produce your bank statements to show a withdrawal of a cash amount either at the ATM or at the bank?
Yes, I do not have access to my banking app, but the police, they do have the copy of my bank statement. So I cannot get bank statements from here.
So we can at some point get a copy of your bank statement?
Yes, I think if I can check on my, because I already have the disclosure of the docket from a criminal case, chances are the statement might be there as well.
Okay. We'll see if we can't during the course of the day, perhaps while you face some other questions, with the assistance of Mr. Forbay, get hold of that, access that bank statement. So just tell us what the circumstances were. Did he ask to stay at your apartment, or did you offer that he stay at your apartment?
Yes, he asked.
And what was his reason? You know, when he told us, when he testified before this honourable committee, you know, he's a pensioner, and if there's an offer by someone to stay in their apartment, he's not going to say no, and it sounds quite plausible. But now you say he asked to stay at your apartment. So at what point does he ask you for money? Or do you offer him money? And what amount?
I offered him, the first payment, it was 300,000. So it was in January this year. And for the reason for me to give me that money is because of he asked for money.
He asked for the money?
Yes.
Did he mention 300,000 rand?
No, he actually wanted 1 million rand.
He actually wanted 1 million?
Yes.
And your response was, I can't give you 1 million, but I can give you 300,000.
No, I didn't give him 300,000. I gave him 3, and then again I gave him 2, like I mentioned. And the day I decided to stop, I was supposed to give him 300,000 again. But that never happened. It's when I decided to stop taking his calls.
So, just to summarize, he wanted 1 million.
Yes.
And you made 2 payments to him of 500,000.
Yes.
And when the balance was demanded, you stopped.
Yes.
So let's go to the first occasion. When did he make his demand for 1 million? Was it before he came to stay at your apartment? Was it at your apartment or in your apartment?
Yes, at my apartment.
And you say that at the time the late Mpungosi was present.
Yes.
And what was your reaction to that? That someone is demanding, someone of that stature is demanding R1 million from you?
Yeah. He actually spoke to Bongani. He said, you see, I helped your friend and now I'm here at his apartment and he's not even doing anything to show appreciation. And then I said, but what do you mean? Because I even offered you a place to stay. He said, no, but this won't pay my bills. So you know that I've helped you, but in return you're not doing anything. And then that's when I said, okay, how much do you want me to give you? I said, and then he said to me that if you can give me 1 million, he will appreciate that.
Now, why didn't you mention that in your statement?
Mention what?
In your statement, you didn't mention that he demanded from you 1 million, and that you made only part payment to him of 300 and then 200.
There's actually a lot of things that I did not mention. Like I said to you, I forgot a lot of things. The place that I'm in, I cannot remember all these things. Some of them, like I said yesterday, that I just remembered them when I'm lying in bed, that, oh, actually this happened. So I forgot a lot of things. I'm being locked in a cell for 23 hours a day, so I have no contact. I don't have radio, I don't have newspaper, I don't have TV. I'm blocked from the outside world, so my brain is not functioning well. So I forgot a lot of things. So for that, please forgive me.
But you would agree that this is a very significant event. It is a significant event. One, it involves a former minister, General Cele. Two, it involves you. You're now in the midst of having to almost fight for your life. You've been raided twice by PKTT. You're a sought-after person. You in the midst of tendering for a huge award of 350 million. Why would you not remember or recall some of these significant events? You certainly do in relation to what you say in your statement. The 300,000 and the 200,000.
You're saying, why wouldn't I remember what?
Why wouldn't you have recalled that his demand was actually for R1 million?
I do not have control of my memory. What my memory decides to forget, I don't have control over that. So I just remembered it.
Okay. So all this is said initially in your apartment.
Yes.
So when he asked to stay at your apartment, you were comfortable with the fact that, well, he did you a favor. The alleged harassment of the police had stopped. Your firearms have been returned, and you're quite okay to give him access to your apartment. So up until that point, everything is fine with you.
Before the money part.
Sorry?
Before the money part.
Yeah, before the money part.
Yes, I didn't have a problem with that.
So why did you not tell him, I'm sorry, I'm not going to give you any money. You've done me a favor. Thank you very much. I'm doing you a favor by allowing you to stay in my apartment free of charge. Why must I pay you more money?
I don't think even yourself, if you are in my shoes, you'll do the same, because I've witnessed what these people were doing to me, and then I know this person, so I wouldn't want to provoke him or say something that I know that he wouldn't like.
Okay. So when he mentioned the money, what did you say? Sorry, I can only pay you 300,000 now and the balance later. How did that conversation go?
Yes, I said for now what I can arrange is 300,000 because I had other things to do with money, so I can only give you 300,000, and he accepted it.
And you have that kind of money in your bank account.
Yes.
How much money did you have in your bank account at that time?
I don't remember.
Is that your personal bank account or business bank account?
It's a business.
And which of the 5 businesses?
It's Medicare business, Medicare 24 business account.
So, sorry, the VIP security.
Medicare 24 account.
Okay. And you say that a bank statement of that account has already been obtained by the police.
I believe so.
And that you will make it available to us.
I'm not promising. I will have to check with my legal team if it's because what I know is they've pulled bank statements of all my accounts, but I'm hoping even the Medicare one should be there.
Okay. So what will those bank accounts show?
The withdrawal from the bank.
They will show a withdrawal.
Yes.
Of cash.
Yes.
At the bank.
Yes.
Which bank? Which branch?
Mainland Main.
Mainland.
Yes.
And which bank?
FNB.
FNB.
Yes.
And you went in as an ordinary client or customer to the bank, and you said to them, "I'd like to withdraw 300,000."
By that time, I resigned as a director, so my sister was the director. She was the one who withdrew the money on my behalf.
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
I'm saying in December, I resigned as a director.
Yeah.
So in January, my sister, she was the one who was the director. So I sent her to withdraw the money on my behalf.
And what's her name again? Repeat it.
Claudette.
Claudette?
Yes.
Claudette, and her surname?
Masete.
Motsepe.
Masete. TH.
Okay. So she actually went to withdraw the money?
Yes.
Because you didn't have authority to withdraw that kind of money from the company's bank account?
She's the account holder now because she was the director. She was the account holder.
So you make these arrangements with her while you're in your apartment? And did you text her? Did you phone her?
I don't remember. I think I called or text. I don't remember.
Okay. And you tell her, I need 300,000 rand in cash?
Yes.
So she goes and draw the money?
Yes.
And how long did this take place, this whole transaction, from the time that you called her or messaged her and she goes to the bank and comes back to the apartment?
If you order it today, by tomorrow you can go and withdraw the money. But sometimes if they do have money in the branch, you can get it the same day.
So did they have money that day at the branch?
I don't remember well whether it was the same day or we went the following day.
So what are you now saying, that the transaction, the handing over of the cash of 300,000 to former Minister Cele didn't take place on the same day or the first day that he stayed in your apartment?
Yes, I don't remember the exact day, whether it's the first day when he came or the following day. That I don't remember.
Well, at least you can remember that, whether it was the same day or the next day.
No, I don't remember.
You can't remember?
No, I can't.
And so you also testified that Mbongosi was the one who was present, the late Mbongosi was the one who was present when General Cele made this demand.
Yes.
But when the money was actually handed over, was he also present?
Yes.
Why would he have been present? Is he also staying in your apartment, or did you arrange to have him present so that you could have a witness?
Mr. Cele was more closer to him than me.
Yeah.
So Mr. Mbongos is the one who arranged me to go and meet him in the first place. So every morning when he was in my apartment, he would drive and go and sit with him there. Then if I'm not doing anything, I'll come and join them sometimes. Sometimes I will leave the both of them there together and go do whatever I need to do. Morning when he was in my apartment, he would drive and go and sit with him there. Then if I'm not doing anything, I'll come and join them sometimes. Sometimes I will leave the both of them there together and go do whatever I need to do.
So is it the case that the late Mr. Mbongozi was a kind of a chaperone to former Minister Cele, picked him up, brought him there, was a kind of a companion to him?
Yeah, he was, because at some point I remember they borrowed my car to drop him off at the airport. So he was now and then, when he's this side, most of the times he was with him.
So just come back to the cash. So your colleague, the director of the company now, how was this money transported and brought to your apartment?
We walked.
You walked?
Yes.
From your apartment to the bank?
Yes.
So is it within walking distance?
Yes.
Did she walk?
Apartment, yes, with the money.
So you went to your apartment with the money?
Yes.
After picking up the money from her, where, at the bank or some other place?
Yes, in the bank, yeah.
At the bank. And were you accompanied from the bank to your apartment with such a huge amount of money?
No, I was not accompanied. I don't know if you know mainland Maine. You can actually walk from inside the center, the mall. You don't need to get outside the mall and go to my apartment.
Okay.
So you can just walk right inside and go upstairs with the elevator to the penthouse. So you don't need to get outside.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Thank you. Did you walk alone?
I'm saying from the bank, I was with my sister, and then she went to her place, and then I went to the apartment.
Okay. And I know you have your own personal VIP protection services company, but that was a huge amount of money to walk with. Was it in a bag, in a suitcase, in a Woolies bag, in some paper bag? How did you move that kind of money?
Yes, it was inside the Woolworths a shopping bag.
Okay. So they have other uses?
Yes, they do.
So, okay. And meantime, Minister Cele is in the apartment with Mpongosi waiting for you to bring the money?
Yes.
And that was the first occasion. And do you know how Minister Cele would have traveled from Durban to Pretoria? Was it by road? Did he fly?
I think he will fly most of the times. I think he will fly.
Yeah, because you mentioned that Mpongosi used
once. Yeah, I borrowed him a car once.
Once to the airport. Now, for someone to travel, whether it's by road or air, with 300,000 in a Woolies bag, that sounds really far-fetched.
How?
Well, I wouldn't travel with 5,000 rand, and knowing that, you're at risk of perhaps being, if you're on the road, maybe being hijacked, being stopped, or just misplacing the money.
I don't believe so.
All I'm just asking or putting to you is it's really a really odd, strange, unusual, highly unusual situation that you give 300,000 to a person in a Woolies bag, and that person has to take that money back to, well, presumably he took it back home to where he stays in KZN.
I didn't say he took it back to KZN. I don't know where he took the money to. I just gave him the money. What did he do with the money? I don't know.
Well, he obviously took the money. It wasn't any longer in your apartment.
Yes.
Okay. And you can't remember how long did he stay at your apartment?
I think he came to visit three or four times. I don't remember well. Sometimes for 3 days, 4 days, 2 days.
Yeah. So the first time you can't also recall, after the first transaction of 300,000, you can't remember how many days he stayed at your apartment.
I was not keeping count.
Okay. And then on the next occasion. On the next occasion, how did that happen? When you paid him made the second payment to him of 200,000, which you say was around about March 2025, that was at the Beverly Hills Hotel.
Yes, that's correct.
And how did that happen? Was it in your hotel room, or
No.
did you arrange a room?
No.
How did that happen?
No, we were having lunch outside at the patio, and then that day I was with my protectors, and then me and him, we walked outside the hotel. There's a parking outside the hotel there, and then I asked one of my protectors to go to my car and give me the bag, and then I took that bag. I went with him to his car. I remember he was driving a red Jeep, and I gave him, then he put the money inside the Jeep, and then he drove off.
And you say that was his red Jeep?
I'm saying he was driving a red Jeep.
He was driving.
Whether it's his or not, I don't know.
Yeah. And there at the Beverly Hills, is it that he asked you again for the balance, or asked you specifically for 200,000? How did that happen?
He wouldn't say a specific amount. He will just say, call and say, do something.
Do something.
Whether it's 300, 500, or 300, 200, so whatever I had at that time, and then I'll just go and drop it off.
Okay. And so this happened in March. This is now some 2 months or so after the first transaction. Is that right?
Yes.
And did you have any communication with him in between that period? Phone calls, WhatsApps?
Yes, we had.
So these WhatsApp messages should also be...
Not WhatsApps.
Not WhatsApp, phone calls.
Phone calls, yes.
But one should be able to see from your telephone records whether there was some call or others. Obviously won't be recorded.
I don't know if you can get, but my phone is here. Yeah, if it can be taken to the forensic, and then maybe they can check. But I do have my phone, and then even the last calls, his missed calls are still there. And
because if I remember correctly, General Cele, he doesn't. He said he doesn't even phone his wife. He doesn't even send WhatsApps to his wife.
Not WhatsApp, I'm saying yes.
No, but it's
calls.
I can understand it. Perhaps it wasn't a WhatsApp, but you say it would have been a phone call.
Yeah, but it's a WhatsApp phone. It's still WhatsApp, but it's a WhatsApp call.
A WhatsApp call.
Yes.
Okay. So that was the second occasion, only in March. And by now you would have been aware that there's been a directive that's been issued by Minister Mkhunu to disband the PKTT. You were aware of that by March?
Yes, I was aware.
Even in January?
Yes.
Early January, we're going to deal with that. Did you, what was the purpose of your meeting with former Minister Cele in March at the Beverly Hills Hotel?
It was about me giving him that money. And then obviously when I get there, we'll talk about other things. Like I was talking to him about, I remember I was talking to him about SAPS not giving me work anymore, my payments getting delayed, being delayed from SAPS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was around the tender, the contract.
Yes.
So and by then we know that you had already been awarded the contract, is that right? But you weren't getting, your complaint was you weren't getting purchase orders.
Yes, yes.
We do know, I think you can confirm, that you were paid a substantial amount of money before the contract was cancelled.
In January?
Yes.
Yes.
And certainly that was a huge amount, I think in the region of 48 million.
No, that's not true.
Or is that the total amount that you were paid?
Yeah, from the duration of my contract right up until in January they paid me, I think I'll say between 10 and 14 million.
So 200,000 was that small change for you?
No, I'm not saying that.
You're not saying that. Okay. So the 200,000, and did you go to the Beverly Hills with the 200,000? Was it in, again in a Woolies bag, or was it in some other, maybe a Checkers or a ShopRite bag?
We always operate with Woolies bag.
Again?
Yes.
Oh, it's your favorite bag?
Yes. That's the money bag.
It's a money bag?
Yes.
So, again, how did you access that cash? Did you come to the Beverly Hills with the 200,000? Did you come with the 200,000?
Yes.
And where was that money withdrawn from, and how, and who?
The same process from the bank in Pretoria.
And it was again your colleague, the director of the company?
Yes.
Yes. So this time you traveled with 200,000.
Yes.
And did you drive or fly?
I drove.
You drove?
Yes.
Were you alone?
No.
Who accompanied you?
My protectors.
Sorry?
My protectors.
Your protector?
Bodyguards.
Your bodyguard?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So just the two of you?
Not two, I think there were 14 or 16, I don't remember.
14 or 16?
I don't remember, yeah, because it's the 3 security vehicles and 1 VIP car, I'll say, yeah, somewhere.
So you were like in a convoy?
Come again?
You were like in a convoy with
Yes.
several cars and some 14, 16 VIP
14.
protectors.
I'll say between 12 and 14, yeah.
And this only to transport 200,000, or what was the reason why you had such a big entourage or convoy?
No, it was not for that.
So, sorry, Mr. Matlala.
I'm saying I always travel with my protectors most of the times. So it's not because that day I had 200,000.
What would be the other reason or reasons why you would have so much personal protection around you?
I'm a businessman, so I don't want to. There's a lot of crime that is happening out there, so I don't want to be a victim of that.
But if you're a businessman, you've been awarded a big contract at that time, not yet cancelled. You've had the 2 raids. You say that the former minister had at least assisted you in calling off the police. They were no longer harassing you, coming to you. Your firearms were returned. So what other reason could there be for you to have so much security around you?
I've been having security for a very long time, and I'm in the security business. There's maybe various reasons, but the main one is my safety. But besides that, also it will be for, I'll say, something like marketing to see how my business operates. But the main reason is for my safety.
But would you agree that you now also further put yourself at further risk by traveling in a convoy with 200,000 rand? It's still a lot of money, and in cash.
Risk how?
Well, but driving in cash, and there may be some inside people would say, you know, he's got a lot of money. He's driving with a lot of money, and you know, am I audible? No, my mic is on. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Sorry. Yeah, we also know, and I'm asking you, since you actually mentioned it about traveling. Sorry.
Can I take Honorable Nombalo?
Yeah, thanks, Chair. I think the witness has partly clarified this aspect. I wanted to confirm with him, based on the experience that I have, people who direct companies which deal with security services, that as part of their marketing strategies, they strengthen their security just to demonstrate the strength of their capacity in public. So I wanted to check with him if that is not part of the reasons why he has so much security, apart from the security concerns that we have outlined. I just wanted you to give clarification in that regard.
Yes, I think I've just answered that, like he said, that I said it was also part of marketing.
I'm satisfied, Chair. You can carry on.
Honorable Skosan.
I'm covered, Chair. Thank you.
Let's proceed, SC.
Thank you. Mr. Matlala, we know that from your evidence that your company had, for some 3 years or so, provided personal protection to the late Mr. Msibi. You provided him with personal protection.
Yes.
But aside from that, we haven't heard from you that you provided personal protection to any other high-profile person or person involved in high business that would have required your company's personal protection. So we now hear from you that you yourself required this huge amount of personal protection. And if I recall, you saying that this was this for marketing purposes?
Yes.
Can you explain what you mean by that? How would you
Marketing.
How would you market it?
Marketing meaning to demonstrate to potential clients.
by driving in a big convoy over entourage from from Pretoria to Durban.
Yes.
So, isn't that putting yourself at personal risk even more? Because now you've got some 200,000 rand in cash in, whether it's your vehicle or one of the other vehicles. Where was the 200,000 being kept?
Inside the vehicle, yes.
Sorry?
Inside my car,
In your car.
yes.
Isn't this a really peculiar way of marketing your VIP protection services? I mean, they're quite standard ways of marketing your services
I'm not saying
or
that was
advertising them.
I'm not saying that was the only marketing strategy that we were using. I'm saying it was one of them.
So let's just, I'm sure there'll be some other questions, but let me just wrap up on this aspect. So we've discussed the two occasions on which you handed 300,000 and 200,000 respectively to former Minister Cele in your favorite Woolies bag, once in your apartment in Pretoria, and the second occasion at the Beverly Hills Hotel in Durban. Does that capture it correctly?
Yes, that's right.
And on both occasions, because you had resigned as a director of the company, the other person that you mentioned, your sister, your sister,
Yeah.
Claudette,
Yes, that's correct.
yeah, she would have gone to FNB Bank, Menlyn Park, to withdraw the cash, and you collected the cash and brought it to your apartment. Is that right?
Yes, that's right.
Okay. And these cash withdrawals will be evident from the bank statement once that is obtained.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. And just to round off, then subsequent to the March payment, did former Minister Cele make further demands?
Yes, he did.
And how did you do it?
Same way that you call it is. I think I explained yesterday that he called me and said he has money problems. His car and his wife's car, they're giving him problems, so he needed money.
Okay. And this occasion that you said you won't forget because it involved you being in Durban for the big game at Moses Mabhida between Chiefs and Pirates. Was that there at the March handover, or was it on some other occasion?
Some other occasion.
And at that, and you can't remember when that was, or what was the date?
9th of May.
The 9th of May.
Yes.
And is it at that point, and where do you do so, where you tell him, sorry, I'm no longer making any payments to you?
I didn't answer him. I just ignored his calls.
So when you were at Moses Mabhida on the 9th of May,
I was not at Moses Mabhida. I'm saying there was a soccer match there.
Oh, okay. You were still in Pretoria?
No, I went to Durban, but while I was there, I just decided to not continue with what I was anticipating to. So I just said, no, this thing will never end. Actually, let me just stop, because there were other demands that he was making, which I said, okay, this will call for this other one, the other one will call for another one. So rather, let me just cut it now.
What other demands did he make?
It's something which also I just remembered, but I don't know if I should share, because you'll ask that why I didn't discuss it with you before. He said to me that he has a son who most people don't know of. That son, he's in engineering. So that son, he was supposed to send me invoices. and then I was supposed to pay to his son's account, and then he wanted to buy a house. He said he wanted to retire to buy a house in a place called. Anyway, it was the first time hearing that place. Called Trafalgar in KZN. So he said he wanted a house there.
So that was also some additional demand that
Yes.
that he made of you.
Yes.
And you say, was that all telephonic?
No, that was while I was with him.
The first time or the second time? The first time being in your apartment, the second time at the Beverly Hills Hotel.
I don't remember that thing happened when we were in Beverly Hills or in Pretoria. I don't remember.
Okay. Now, these, Honorable Chair, is it okay to continue? Thank you. These demands that you're now telling us about, is that you're only mentioning it to us now because it's not in your statement, also as you recollect?
Yes.
So there may be other demands, there may be other things that you also may recount at some other stage or later stage.
Yeah, there might be.
There might be.
Yes.
So this is not everything.
No, I'm not saying if. I'm saying if I could. Should I remember something? I don't know whether I should mention it, but or just because it's not in my statement, I must not mention. I don't know.
No, you under oath. What is important is what you say to us under oath.
Okay.
The statement is there to assist you and to refresh your memory. But if there are things that's not in the statement that occurs to you, then you actually obliged to tell us because you're under oath.
Okay.
Okay. So let me go to page 30 of your statement.
SC, let's take Honorable Malema.
No, thanks, Chair. I know the SC answered that question, but I was saying to Mr. Matlala that the affidavit is used to prepare him for this appearance. But anything that he thinks can help this committee to arrive at proper conclusions, he must say it because he's under oath. And no one will say, why didn't you put it? Or accuse him of not putting it in the statement. The statement is just to prepare you. And whatever you remember that is going to be useful to this committee, say it freely because you are under oath. So both the statement and your verbal evidence are relevant to these proceedings. Thanks.
Okay, thank you.